let's get started. I am gonna, oh, here comes Kimberly. Okay, everybody's on mute except for Natasha. Let's have her do our introduction. Take it away, Natasha.
Good afternoon, Natasha Cole, Global Messenger and Health Leader. I'm going to introduce Jackie. Jackie Turro joined Special Olympics Connecticut as Director of Development for the Eastern Region in March of 2008. She is currently Senior Director, Special Events and oversees Special Olympics Connecticut fundraising events, including the Torch Run, Penguin Plunge Over the Edge, golf tournaments, and third-party fundraising events. Jackie began her career with Pilot Pen Tennis in New Haven, thank you, and worked at Live Nation in Virginia. She is a graduate of Sacred Heart University. Congrats. Jackie is a lifelong New York Yankees and New York Jets fan who was born and raised in Vermont. From a young age, baseball became her passion, and she never outgrew it. She currently lives in Rhode Island with her fiance and the dogs, Taco and Half Pint. They're looking forward to the wedding in September of 2023. Congratulations on your wedding. Yay.
Thank you so much, Natasha. That was beautiful. I very much appreciate that.
When's your big day?
October 7th.
Oh,
Really?
For
You getting married?
You
getting married?
Oh, congratulations, Jackie.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
Oh, that's a lucky guy,
guy.
Jackie.
Thank you, everybody. Very much appreciate it. So I'm here today to talk to you about our event ambassador program. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if it works. Yay. Can everybody see it? Thumbs up.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, I don't see it.
I
I don't
see
see
it.
that.
I see it.
On my
It's
end, it says
starting.
it's loading. So I think we're
my
going to
end,
be
it
in
says-
good shape.
Nope.
On my end, it says it's loading.
Yeah, I can't see anything either, Jackie.
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
there it is.
better.
There we go. We're
Yeah.
back.
Yes, I can see it now.
Got it.
It just
Good
took a
job.
minute. So I know that we talked about the event ambassador program. I think it was towards the beginning of last year, the end of 2021. And I'm kind of just refreshing everybody's memory on it. So we do a lot of fundraising events here at Special Olympics. And the purpose of those obviously is to raise money for what we do here at Special Olympics for everybody, but also to raise awareness, because a lot of people don't understand exactly what Special Olympics is. Like they don't know about the Global Messenger program. They don't know about health. They don't know about all the sports we offer. So anytime we can get people talking about Special Olympics, they're learning more about what we're doing. So as an event ambassador, we're hoping you guys can help us spread the word, because you guys are some of our best ambassadors, obviously. So, oh, look, there's a familiar face right there.
There she
Who
is.
is that? Who is that girl?
Hey,
So,
Is that Kimberly?
Who
Wow.
is that? Who is that?
that's you.
Thank you.
sure is.
Wow.
it's you.
Event
That's
ambassadors are
fantastic,
going to
guys.
help us promote our fundraising events that raise money and awareness for Special Olympics. You're our most powerful advocates, and people listen to what you have to say. They care more about you guys than they do me. So if you can help us spread the message, that's where we're really going to get people excited about what we do here. And there's a couple of different things you would do as an event ambassador. And the first part of that is community engagement. And that's kind of twofold. It's about awareness for the event itself and fundraising and recruitment. So awareness just means spreading the word. You're not asking anybody to do anything. You're just saying, hey, check out this really fun event that we have coming up. And there's only 4 of us on our Special Olympics special events team here at the office, but there's so many more of you guys all around the state. So we need you guys to help us out in your communities. And the second part of community engagement is actually the fundraising and recruitment. And that's where you are asking someone to do something, whether that's be a participant, sign up, make a donation. But if it's coming from you, they're way more likely to do it than if it's coming.
Oh, sorry, Jackie. Unmute
That's what I
yourself.
did for the Sun.
I'm so
What is
sorry.
that?
That's all right.
That's what I did for the Sun and Moose Challenge.
So there's a couple of different examples I have for you guys. So we talked about community engagement and fundraising and recruitment, and there's a couple of different things you can do with all of those. So when we talk about fundraising and recruitment, you can obviously participate. So most obvious thing is sign up, be a part of that fundraising event. Pretty much everything that we do for fundraising is something you guys can participate in. That's our goal. We want you guys there. We want you included, your teammates, your friends, your family. So register. You can be a team captain, and that means you might be able to be, you know, a team captain who maybe doesn't plunge in the water, but you're still the team captain. If we're talking about a penguin plunge, or if you have a group in your community that might want to do over the edge or participate in a torch run fundraising event, you might want to be the team captain where you can be the one saying, hey guys, come out here, join my team and help me. But you might not be the one actually doing the event. And that is totally okay. A lot of our team captains for our penguin plunges, for example, don't ever get wet. They stay on dry land, they hold towels, they get people jazzed up, but they don't actually jump in the water. So that's totally appropriate.
Jackie, I got a question to ask you. I work with a bunch of friends at my job.
Yeah,
Is there a way if I can get them involved to help out with some of our events?
absolutely.
Yeah, because my cook friend, he's very interested in like helping out with whatever.
Great.
And like my friend Teresa that I work with and some of the others, I'm sure they want to help out.
Great.
Whenever they have information, I can hand them out to people.
Perfect. I'll make sure that we share all this information with you guys, but that's a great example. You have people that you know, so let's spread the word. We'll show them what events we have. Right now we're in penguin plunge season, so that's why I keep talking about the plunges, because that's kind of what's on the top of my mind right now. We've got a bunch of them coming up and I got a whole list at the end. Don't worry. But back to participating as a way that you can support the event and really get involved. So you can sign up to do it yourself. You could be a team captain and get other people to do it with you, or you could challenge somebody else to do it. And maybe you do it with them or you don't, but the idea is like a toss your boss for over the edge. We have people challenge their bosses. They'll say, if we raise $5,000, boss, you have to go over the edge. Or a lot of schools will have principals that will say, I'll plunge in the water, but my students got to raise $500 or else I'm not going to do it. You could do the same thing. You could tell your friends and family, so I've been a Special Olympics athlete for 12 years and I've never done the penguin plunge. I'm going to do it this year, but only if you guys help me raise $1,000 or something.
I did it last year for the very first time, Jackie.
Yeah, you've done it a couple of times, right?
Yes.
So, and you can challenge other people too. You can say, I bet you're too chicken to take the penguin plunge. And then you know, stuff like that. You could have fun with it. So that's just a couple examples. And then there's some other things you can do that don't require you to get wet at all or challenge anybody either. And this comes back to more of the awareness side of community engagement. Has anyone ever written a letter to the editor to talk about special?
No.
So that's a fun thing, not fun thing to do, but that's one way to get the word out, whether it's to or an online blog, something on Facebook. A lot of towns have a Facebook group in their community, things like that. But if you write up a short blurb about what the event is, and most importantly, what it means to you, why is it so important that people participate in all of these events? You could also really help us out by putting up posters and flyers in town, places like coffee shops, Starbucks, church and school bulletin boards. Your grocery stores usually have bulletin boards.
Yes.
All those kinds of places.
And mostly parks though, like over here, like over where I work at Camp Harkness, because we usually have a lot of people during the summer will come down there and we'll just like do their camping. But then we always have every single year with the races and everything else. So like the 5K race, or they do the 10K race. And then there's also another one that I helped out last year, was it was the, oh God, it's kind of like a run, it's kind of like the bike run.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part with the bike run is they had a whole bunch of bikers came through. They started off with the state troopers who came through, because I was on the other side of the road, so I was meeting and greeting a lot of bikers through. And when I did that and everything else, so I told them to go and park up on the other side. So what they did is, the people from Mike's Favorites, they raised almost over $6,000. They took that $6,000. Now we're going to be getting a better swing set for the park
Exactly. So that's a great example of how an event can help raise money, and there's a real impact to it. So you guys are getting a new playground equipment at the park. So that's really important. At Special Olympics, if you ever need information about that, we can give that to you about exactly what the money raised for an event is going to do. We have over 10,000 athletes across the state, and we try to do sports events at least 4 times a year for the big state competitions. And then you guys all participate locally. So I'm going to pause for a minute. Abby has a question. If you want to ask, you'll have to unmute yourself, Abby, but ask your question, and then I'm going to go to Brittany.
Yeah, because now that I work at, now that I have another job, like at a college, Jackie, I can help spread the word there too.
Fantastic. What college are you at now?
Mitchell College on Wednesdays.
Perfect. That's a great
So if you
example.
have information.
Yep. We will definitely get information to everybody for whatever you need.
Yeah, because now that I work there, and plus out in the community for Over the Edge, now that I did that. Which I know no one in my family will want to do, because they all said I was nuts last year, Jackie.
It just means you're strong. That's okay.
My mom posted the pictures that got sent to her from my aunt and my cousin who went.
Yep.
On our family Facebook page. And everyone was like, what?
Wow, I know.
They thought I was.
That's a great segue, Abby, because another thing that would be very helpful is, so for example, Abby works at Mitchell College. If she knows that there's a big sporting event or a festival or a fair at the school, she might say, hey, Jackie, do you think that we could do a table to recruit for the Penguin Plunge or Over the Edge or whatever event we're talking about at Mitchell College during this big event? And she might know who I could talk to make that happen, but if not, I can probably figure it out. And I might ask her if she wants to come with me and do that as a recruiting event. So that's a phenomenal idea. Brittany, you had your hand up. What do you got for me?
Can I do it over at Marking? Like put up some posters?
Absolutely. Putting up posters is really helpful, no matter where it is.
If you're able to let Mark Inc. know about it, give them information.
Perfect.
Do you have a question?
That's exactly. Natasha and then Aaron. What do you got for me, Natasha?
So today is the 19th, 12th or 20th. I heard in Antarctica it is melting because of the global warming, because it is called Penguin Awareness Month. We are losing our penguins, so we must do something quickly.
You know, it's pretty interesting that you brought that up, because we actually, and I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit here, but we have an email campaign that goes along with all of our events. And we're sending an email out tomorrow for a part of Penguin Awareness Day that says, did you know that today is Penguin Awareness Day? And see what you can do to help maintain the penguin population. And oh, by the way, do the Penguin Plunge for Special Olympics. So we're kind of jumping on their coattails a little bit, but that's a great idea. You know, we know it's Penguin Awareness Day. We do the penguin plunge. You know, if there's a Spider-Man Awareness Day, maybe we'll jump on that about Over the Edge. I don't know. We'll come up with something, but that's a great idea. Aaron, what's your question?
Well, I was thinking like maybe next year, maybe I can talk to my peoples at Camp Harkness. So when they do that run with Mike's favorites, I think that we as people with the Global Messengers, I think that we should do between like their rally though, and then have like say a Special Olympics kind of like a Special Olympic like a having Mike's favorites and assays Camp Harkness help each other, where we can have people as myself to represent the rally though, because I think it would be great though when we had so many people last year who came down, and there was a lot of people from the state who came down and helped us out at the hall, and we had a whole bunch of toys all on the other side in the hall. And let me tell you, we did so much. It was awesome though. But then I think, go ahead.
What time of year is that bike ride?
I believe that's in I believe it's like in because I'm thinking like, let's see. I know, oh God, wait a minute. Because I know yeah, it is in the spring though and everything.
Okay. So that's a great example of this third one here for events. So you have this big event where you work, where you know some people. So if you said, hey, I think we should have a table there, maybe we can contact the event organizers. We understand that they're raising money for something else, so we're not going to ask people there to raise money for us that day, but it's a big group of people that are in one place. So that's a great opportunity for us to sit there, have a table, maybe just give out some information and talk about the events we have coming up for Special Olympics. So that might be a good time for us to promote Over the Edge or even a Dream Ride or something else that we have going on.
You want to do that though, like say for Dream Ride though, I'm willing to mostly help out with that.
Exactly. So that's a great. Yep. So that's the perfect kind of thing that we're talking about. So I'll definitely follow up with you on making that happen.
Okay. Because like I said, because I know like say I think it's like in March though. I know it's the Penguin Plunge is coming. And
so the springtime event wouldn't really work for a penguin plunge, but that would work for something later in the year. So great thinking. Dan, what's your question, bud?
My question to ask you for a sample. I was at the penguin plunge with Jennifer. I was there with Bo.
Yeah.
And when I did, I gave a speech there.
Exactly.
And do a tip a cop and a tip a cop is number 2.
Yep.
And when you did mention the posters at Big Y Supermarket, we had posters there.
Perfect.
So I want to help out.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm going to get to some of that stuff.
I was there.
Yep, I'm going to get to talking about what you guys can do at the events in a minute here. But Allie, do you have a question before I keep going?
Yeah, yes, I do actually.
Sure.
When it gets closer to our torch run, can I talk to our pastor at our church to see if he can organize like a luncheon or get like the people involved to help out set up the torch?
That's a great idea. That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, because
Kimberly, I see you have your hand up. Is it okay?
He started new long time ago.
Yeah.
And I like to get him involved to have like some of the kids from the school like help out with the events and stuff.
Yeah, so guys, I'll tell you what, you all have some amazing ideas about things you can do. So let's finish the rest of the presentation. And then at the end, we're going to do a Q&A and you guys can give me all these great ideas, but I want to make sure that we get through all the
I
examples.
got a few
of
minutes
things.
left, Jackie.
One good idea though.
Perfect. It's a very good idea, Allie.
Got it.
Told you, Mom.
Yourself on mute so we can hear the rest of Jackie's presentation, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
So the next part of being an event ambassador, you guys you don't have to leave your house. You can do all of it right from where you are right now if you want. So I kind of mentioned before about our email campaigns, and we were talking about Penguin Awareness Day. So we would love to include you guys in those marketing campaigns, and we can do that a lot of different ways. The easiest way is with your pictures, your story from you in your own words. Even if you just give us a quick little quote that says, I'm Jackie, I've been in Special Olympics for 15 years. My favorite sport is softball and my favorite memory is this. Thank you for helping make this happen. And I can put that into one of these emails that goes out to everybody who registered for that event or everyone who donated with your picture. And it really makes an impact, because an impact is really what helps people donate more and makes their donation real to them and gets them connected to Special Olympics and connected to you guys. So just like we would use that in the email campaigns, we'd make sure that you guys were okay with it. We would always ask your permission, but we would love to share some of those photos and videos and stories and quotes and social media and advertising as well. That helps us reach a bigger audience. The other thing you guys can do with social media is when you see us posting about stuff, like, comment, share, follow, all that good stuff. So I just kind of talked about a few different things, but those video messages, I know Debbie, I ask her all the time to reach out to some of you guys to record videos, and I can't begin to tell you how amazing they are and how much people love them. A couple of you most recently did a video for us to thank the people who participated in a golf tournament, and they raised over $100,000 at that one golf tournament. $100,000, right? Crazy money. So we want to do that again, and having those videos where we can say, hey, thank you so much for what you're doing. It means a lot to me. It really touches people. So we use those as a thank you. We use those as a way to inspire people. I don't think Matt Glad is on the call, but a lot of you guys know Matt. I've used some of his videos with Over the Edge. Abby, I'm going to ask you to record some for Over the Edge this year, things like that. And then like we talked about with engagement, that's what they call it when you're engaging on social media. So if Debbie puts a post out on social media about the Penguin Plunge, like, share it, comment on it. That's really big. Commenting helps more people see our posts. So if you see something, say something, you know, even if it's just thanks to all our penguins, or I'll be at that event, or if Abby says, hey, I did Over the Edge, or, you know, Dan says, can't wait to see my girlfriend at the Penguin Plunge, you know, it helps more people see what we're sharing. And then if you want us to share something specifically about you, let us know. We can probably do that. And then this doesn't happen every time, but on occasion we do get asks from local media, whether it's the newspaper or a TV station or a radio station. They want us to come in for an interview, and we always try to have one of you guys come in with us. So if I know that you're really interested and really engaged in a certain event, I'm probably going to ask you to help us out with that. If you're kind of more of a torturing person, probably not going to ask you to come to a Penguin Plunge thing if I have someone else who's done a lot with Penguin Plunge. But so that's always something that's out there.
Last year, Jackie, I got interviewed by NBC Connecticut.
Yeah.
For Over the Edge.
And then this last piece here is on event day. What does that mean? What do you do once the event happens? You've done all this work. You've helped us promote it. You liked, you commented, you shared, you were out in your community. You were talking it up. You maybe participated. Now what? Well, come to the event if you can. It's okay if you can't, but we'd love to have you there. You can do a couple of different things when you're there. You can cheer on everyone who's there to do, hey, look at that familiar face. You can cheer people on as they're taking the Penguin Plunge. That's all you got to do. Just show up and cheer. Over the Edge. A lot of you guys came to Over the Edge last year, and I'm so thankful. So the more the merrier. Come out, cheer people on. You guys get cheered on all the time at your sports competitions. Return the favor. I'm also not shy. I'll put you guys to work at an event. We need volunteers all the time. So that might be something as simple as helping us hand out t-shirts. At some like a race, we give out medals. So how cool would that be? People are usually giving you guys medals, and this time you guys would get to give them out to participants. So you'll have an like when I keep saying in these slides here, talk to your Special Olympic SOCT event rep. That's someone like me or Taryn or Lisa Carlone or a Debbie. So for each of these events, we have one staff person who kind of heads up the whole thing, but just make sure that we know you're planning to come to the event so we can make sure that we have something ready for you to do. And like Dan talked about earlier, more often than not, we're going to ask you guys to speak at some point if you're comfortable with it, depending on how many people are there. So we'd love to have you say hello, who you are, where you're from, and then thank people for all the stuff they're doing for you. But it's a lot about just meeting people, shaking hands, saying hello, kind of pretending you're a politician. You know how politicians are out on the campaign trail, they're shaking hands and saying hi to everyone. That's what we want you guys to do.
Can I add something about speaking at the award ceremony?
Sure.
Since I spoke at it last year.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. It's really good. Really fun. You meet new people.
Yeah, be brave in the attempt, right?
Yeah, because I was brave. I shared my story and everything.
Yeah.
And even a couple of my coworkers came.
Perfect. So this is our event calendar, and don't worry about writing anything down. I'll send this whole thing to Debbie so she can email it out to you. But you can also get a list of all of this stuff on our website. It's on our event calendar there. It's on our Facebook page. We're always tweeting about it and sending out Facebook messages and Instagram posts. So if you want to know what's going on, there's ways to find out. But I wanted to make sure that to start out, you guys all knew about our penguin plunges. So we start February 25th in Middletown. March 5th is the Shoreline plunge, which I know is Winter Games weekend. So that might be a tough one for people to come to. That's going to take place in Groton. March 18th, we're in Brookfield. March 25th, Holland. April 1st, Monroe, and April 15th, Fairfield. And then for the torch run, you guys know that happens all year round. So the only dates I put on here for now is our kickoff on February 21st. And then we have our torch run golf tournament October 17th. But all year long, all over the state, we have police departments that do tip-a-cops and coin drops and cornhole tournaments and car washes and everything else you could imagine.
Wow.
And then over the edge is August 31st is our VIP and media day. And I usually ask one or two of you to come that day because it's not a lot of people, but we typically have some media there. And then the big event day is September 1st. And then we also have our holiday auction and a bunch more golf tournaments and other events all throughout the year. So I'm going to pause for a minute here. I have some questions for you, but I'm going to check the chat real quick and see if I missed anything. And then I see Natasha has her hand up, but let me go through this chat real quick.
Okay.
See if I'm missing anything.
Yeah, I know.
I see Justin talking about AAC. Perfect. Love to hear it. Phenomenal. Abby's going to give me a quote for Over the Edge. Love it, Abby. We're going to talk a little bit. I want to get some videos of you too. And it looks like Chelsea wants to help out with the email campaigns, and Audra's going to help with social media. The health and fitness challenges, Kimberly, that's perfect.
Yeah, I have a radio contact up here I can give you.
Great.
Over the edge, besides Mitchell, I can give you. Because up here, too many people don't know about it.
I know. And that's a great example, Abby, of how, you know, I live kind of far away from where you do. But you're there, you're all over the place up there. So you can help us spread the word.
Yeah, and I know the person that owns the radio station too.
Perfect.
Because I've been on there before for Special Olympics TV events promoting it.
That's perfect. So yeah, I saw your message that you can give me the contact info. That is so helpful. If you guys happen to know that, that's great.
Yeah, and of course you can put me down for Over the Edge again.
Perfect.
I'm
All
not
right.
afraid.
So I think I caught up on the chats. I see Natasha has her hand up. What questions do you have, Natasha?
So I am good at PowerPoint slides. I would like your email. I would like to send about Penguin Wednesday.
Perfect. So I will warn you, Penguin Awareness Day is tomorrow.
Right.
So I gotta send stuff out pretty quick. But if you want to record a quick video or something, or write a message that I can even just put with a picture, if you have a picture of yourself, we can put that in our campaigns that's going out tomorrow. And if not, we can save it and use it for next Penguin Awareness Day next year.
Oh, I see.
If you want to work on that for next year, we can definitely do that for Penguin Awareness Day.
So I could give it to. I could give that to Deb, right?
Yep, and she can forward it right to me. We talk all the time, probably more often than we want to. Constantly, all hours of the day and night.
I love talking with Jackie.
So I have a couple of questions for you guys about this, because I want you guys to really guide this whole program like we've done in the past. So if there's information that's really helpful for you to have to help spread the word about these events, let us know what that is. And if there's any training that you think would help you, not just event information, but if you want to learn more about writing a letter to the editor, how do you ask someone to put a poster up? What are the types of places you could approach? I'm going to totally steal one of Debbie's training sessions later on and work on doing that for you guys. And then I also was curious if you guys have any concerns about using social media. And I know Debbie talked about how we're going to have a cybersecurity meeting in a couple of weeks, training on that with some of our law enforcement officers, so I can have them talk specifically about sharing things, liking things, commenting, and what to look out for to make sure you're safe. But of the questions on the screen, if you have anything you want to talk about, put your hand up and I'll try to keep up with all of it.
I was wondering, Jackie, really quickly, I would like to write to the editor of chief.
Okay.
Yes, I do. So may I give you my email to you?
Sure. You can, I think Debbie probably has it, so I can grab it from you that way.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Deb.
Yep.
That works.
So that means Deb would give me the editor in chief material, so I can work from there. Okay.
Yeah,
perfect.
we can work on that together.
Yeah.
Take us,
Hey,
Deb.
Jackie, can I give you my email so that way Mark Inc. can have like all the information?
Yeah, so how about instead of you guys all giving me your email addresses, Debbie already has all of them. So I'm going to reach out to her and I'll make sure she has all the details. And when we follow up on this conversation today, I'll make sure that there's links in there that has everything you need. You can download flyers and everything. And I'll make sure she gives you my email address so you can reach out to me that way. I think that'll be faster than me trying to write down everybody's email addresses right now.
Can I ask one too?
Sure.
Why can't we do like a cinematic pics of like a dance, that kind of sort?
We could potentially do a dance. That's not out of the realm of possibility.
You know what I mean? Like a dinner dance or something, like, you know what I mean?
We could definitely work on that.
Makes sense.
Definitely. Audra, do you have a question?
It's Alexandra.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the name.
I can totally help with the social media stuff. Is that fine with you?
Perfect. That would be great. Ryan,
Yay.
do you have a question? Or are you
Yes,
just
I
waving
do.
at me?
No, I'm not just raving. I got a two-part question.
Okay.
Got a two-part
Go
one,
ahead, Ryan. What's your
I
question?
was still doing the events.
Go ahead. Yeah.
My question is, I was still doing the Jalen Bill at UConn.
So as of now, I don't have a jail and bail scheduled, but we are
that's my
looking to do some
favorite.
other fundraising stuff at UConn, but not a jail and bail.
Oh.
That's my
That's it,
favorite.
thank
thing.
you.
Okay. Yeah, I know everybody
Yeah.
loves jail and bails. We just haven't done them in a couple of years, but we're trying to come up with other stuff on college campuses.
Oh.
I was still doing the Smile Mile.
Yes, that is something that we are still planning to do at UConn this spring.
Yeah, I was also thinking
I'm
like,
interested.
Let's raise our hands so everybody gets a chance.
Oh,
please.
I'm sorry, I had a question, but my thing went out. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had a quick.
I just want to make sure everybody has a chance to talk.
Okay,
I didn't talk
Megan
yet.
hasn't talked a lot. Let's hear what Megan has to say.
Thank you, Jackie. So my thinking is we can help Southern Connecticut if we can raise money for that. And I know everybody likes the wrestlers too, so I was thinking
Okay.
about that. TD Bank is the other one, and
Yep.
Typical between Shelton or Milford.
Fantastic. We're working on getting Shelton back on board, so I will.
I
keep
live in
you-
Shelton, so I have to.
I will keep you in mind when we have something in Shelton. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a list. With Torch Run, we kind of do stuff all over the state. So if I say who wants to do Torch Run, everybody wants to do Torch Run. And while Megan, I'm sure, would be happy to go to Shelton because she lives there, she probably wouldn't want to
Yes.
go like all the way up to Putnam or something like that, where
Right,
Abby lives.
right.
That's like an hour and a half away.
And
I'll go to
Chelsea
one.
lives in Shelton too also. Chelsea is too.
So what we did is we pulled stuff together by county. So typically it's a little bit closer to you. And I don't have a list of every single event in your county, but we have things like Tipicops, things like that. So if you're interested in us saying, hey, we have this event happening, it's in your county, if I have a general idea of where you guys are, and if you're willing to do Torch Run stuff, we can reach out to you that way. I will be really honest, I don't always know about the Torch Run events very far in advance. So
Yes,
you might
I
get a
know
note
that.
saying, hey, we have a Tipicop in 2 days. Can you come? So it's totally okay if you can't make it. Just because we ask you to go to an event, I don't expect you guys to go to every single one of them. We have hundreds of events a year. But if
How
you can
about
get to 1 or
WWE?
2 each year, we're
Wow.
happy.
Because
How
I
about
know one,
WWE? 'Cause I know we are sponsors for them.
Yep.
and I
That's
know
my
one
favorite.
next week. I'm going to one with Debbie next week.
Cool.
And I know Jackie,
Yeah.
I need to check my calendar. Is that fine with you?
You can totally check your calendar and see what works for you.
Okay, I may be busy doing like I'm in a play or something. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing that too. That's a
Yeah, we
lot.
totally know. You guys have busy lives. You're doing a lot of stuff. So
I
I
work,
see.
I work my tail off and
Yup. So it looks like someone, I don't know what your name is. I'm sorry, but it says iPhone 12. You're standing there with
Remy.
your hand up.
Remy.
Remy, go
It's
ahead. What's
Remy.
your question?
Okay. Well, it's also kind of like an idea, but how about like a dinner dance to help?
yeah.
That's
Oh,
a great idea. I
Yeah.
love all of these different fundraising ideas that you guys are giving me, because a lot of times I have a Torch Run department, or we'll have an event committee or a longtime volunteer that says they want to do something with athletes, and we're never quite sure what to do. So I'm hearing dance a lot. It sounds like you guys would love to have a dance of some kind. So
That's my
right?
favorite.
I'm gonna keep
That's
that.
my favorite.
Chelsea was really excited about a dance.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind, and we're gonna see what we can come up with.
Ooh,
The other
I
thing-
have
the
an
other thing-
idea.
Look, Ryan looks like Ryan's got a sweetheart dance up there.
Yes,
Aw.
that's an ally.
Oh,
It'll be fun.
Special Olympics.
And
Proud of
dance.
Special Olympics.
Perfect.
Exactly. And for the Torch Run, if it was in Glastonbury, I'm close to Glastonbury, so I
Okay.
can go there.
All right.
That's good to know.
I'm to Enfield.
You're up near Enfield. Yeah. So you guys cover the state way better than me, Taryn, and Lisa do. So I'm kind of out near New London. Taryn's in the center of the state. Lisa's kind of central shoreline area, but you guys are everywhere. That's why it's so helpful that you guys are willing to help us spread the word about these events.
That's why
I have it too. Yeah.
That's why I kind of helped with the Women's Hall of Fame celebration, because I actually did a speech there, and there's lots of people in Hartford for that celebration.
Yeah. So I'm still around to answer a few more questions, but I just wanted to wrap up my kind of speech part of this and let you guys know what the next steps are. So next week, I'm going to send a bunch of information to Debbie to send out to you guys. And if you just let us know if you're interested in being an event ambassador for a specific event, that's wonderful. Let us know. I would love it if all of you could commit to even just helping us spread the word about the penguin plunges. And if you have any videos you're willing to film of yourself saying and we'll give you the script for it. I won't go through it right now. But if you were willing to send those in, and then if you're interested in helping out in some other events throughout the year, but based on last year, almost everybody wanted to do Torch Run and almost everybody wanted to do Over the Edge. So we want to make sure that everybody gets to participate in whatever way they can. But if you just let us know, I'm willing to help out.
I did the penguin plunge.
So if we can get everyone to help out with plunge, and then if you're willing to do some Torch Run stuff, just say, hey, I'm willing to do Torch Run, and let us know either the town or the county you live in. And that way, when I have something, I only have to reach out to people in that area instead of everybody.
Well, I was gonna try to throw in like a couple days ago, like a couple months ago, I think me and Pete and the rest of our Wildcats team, what we did is we did cornhole competition up at the college.
Those are really popular. We probably have 6 or 7 cornhole tournaments throughout the year.
I like cornhole.
Police departments host for us.
We were supposed to do one. We were supposed to do one last year, but then what happened was it got rained out though, and
it happens.
I think that right there, that should be like a rematch of having all the Special Olympics athletes and all the teams, like all different teams, like say basketball, softball, golf, whoever mostly wants to play in the cornhole tournament. I think that'd be great though, because that right there, get that done, and then like maybe in a couple years, I can sit down with you and I can talk to you about the cornhole.
Okay, yeah.
We can throw that in for Special Olympics.
I will absolutely keep you in mind if anyone does cornhole. Remy, did you have another question?
I did actually. When you were talking about that penguin thing, I kind of want to know what it's about, because I might want to participate if I can talk to my family about transportation.
Sure. So the penguin plunge, I kind of assumed everybody knew about it, and I shouldn't have done that. So the penguin plunge is kind of the first thing we do to start off the year with fundraising. And what we do is there's a bunch of different locations and people raise money. We ask that everybody who participates raises $100. And then for that $100, you get to go jump in the water in the middle of winter.
Ice cold, Remy.
Ice cold water. Yeah.
So I'm looking around the video here and I see a lot of people here who have actually done a penguin plunge.
On the top there.
Yeah, or have shown up and supported them.
Yeah.
It's fun, and you don't have to go all the way in. You can get your toes wet. You can, go swimming. It's kind of up to you.
That's what I did.
But it's one of our biggest fundraisers. So at most of our penguin plunge events, we have about 100 to 150 people who sign up, and they get a team together usually, and they wear funny costumes, and we have music, and you get a t-shirt, and then depending on how much money you raise, you get more incentive prizes. Logan can talk to you about all the fundraising she did.
When we jump in the water, is there anything in the water that we have to be aware of?
Nope, we make sure that we take care of all of that. And you don't actually jump in, you kind of walk or run in. From the
it is ice cold.
so it's not like you're just jumping in over your head. So that's what I mean. You can go in as far as deep as you want. And we have plunges in the ocean, we have plunges in ponds, we have plunges in lakes. So it's kind of whatever your comfort level is.
I think I like
Debbie's
to.
in the Stratford
Yeah.
area. Maybe maybe you'd want to do the Fairfield one. which is
Fairfield?
April 15th.
Yeah.
You have some time to get ready for it.
I said real quick.
Yeah, but,
So
but if-
Remy, the pig plunge is really fun because my dad did it a long time ago. And the ice cold water is like 0 degrees.
That's like
Yep.
crazy.
0. So Jackie, Remy's new to this now.
Yep,
So if she asks questions, she can ask me if she wants to.
there
Rem.
you go. That's a very nice offer.
Okay, Remy?
We got you though,
Is there
Remy.
anybody
We
that
got you.
didn't ask? Is there anybody
got
that
you.
didn't get to ask a question or share yet? I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance. Albert, how about you,
I
Albert?
have no idea.
Are we gonna do any more with Jersey Mike's?
Ooh.
So I
Yes.
don't know the answer to that, unfortunately. I think we're gonna do some stuff and locally the store owners still want to participate. But what we did last year with Jersey Mike's came out of their national office, their big headquarters office. And they're not gonna do the same thing we did last year locally here in Connecticut again. But a lot of the store owners really enjoyed everything. So it won't surprise me if we do a little bit here and there. And I know that a lot of them have committed to donating food to a lot of our events.
I have another question.
Great question. Is there anybody else who didn't get to ask a question who would like to, or would like to offer an experience or an idea?
I have an idea about something. How about hockey? Can we do hockey too?
So we just had a hockey game on the 7th of January. We had 2 police departments had a game in between periods up at UConn. And the best part of it is none of the police officers could even skate. So they were just falling down left and right, and they were trying to get up and score goals. It was great.
I
But
can't
we
do either.
But yeah, we do have hockey. So that's something that we're going to continue, and maybe that will grow. But that's
They
called the
changed the name
Vendor
too,
Classic.
Jackie. They changed
Question
the
was, question was,
maybe
what
what
were
we
you
can do-
thinking?
Oops, Jackie, maybe what we can do is like once a month or once every other month, send a list of all the upcoming events in the
Perfect.
emails that we send to all of you guys. So if you're missing it on the website or missing it on social media, some of you might not be on Instagram or Twitter or something. This
I
way
have
you have it
Instagram.
right in the email, the Global Messenger email. So you won't miss
perfect.
anything and you'll know about all these events. So, you know, we could talk about offline how often we want
Perfect.
to do it, once a month, once a quarter, but this way you'll know all the events going on and you can just hop in and say, hey, I'm going to attend that one.
Yeah.
And, you know, put on your Global Messenger gear and, you know, if Jackie needs an extra volunteer or something like that, this way you'll know about everything going on a little bit easier.
Can I do
Hey,
the social one
Debbie.
too? For me, because I like to do Instagram.
Okay.
Debbie,
do you have a
forgot
question?
me, Debbie.
Me too.
I have a
I
question.
had nothing with media, so that's the only thing that I am really
I
good
help
at.
Kimberly on that one. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Debbie.
BJ, did you have a question? You haven't asked
Bobby.
anything yet. Okay,
Yep,
you had your hand
Bobby.
up.
Go ahead, Bobby.
I should do just go see how the Globetrotters one.
You want to see the Harlem Globetrotters?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me
Because
see what I can do. I've been asked to do
Me too,
weird
guys.
things in that, so-
Funny.
I never been since a long time. So
Too funny.
Love it. Love it.
How
Love
about-
it.
how about
Idea,
Mohegan
Bobby.
Sun?
Great. Anybody else have an idea? Let me see some hands of people we haven't heard from.
I think
Brittany,
about this,
yeah.
Debbie. How about Mohegan Sun?
So we do a lot at Mohegan Sun, and I actually have a meeting with them next week, and I'll let you guys know if we come up with anything with the Connecticut Sun, their women's basketball team there.
I just had a
that's
quick.
fine. It's good.
Remy.
I was wondering, like, when we come to these events, like, do we still have to wear a mask when we come?
So I'll kind of defer to Debbie on that, but the last I talked to with our medical director was that's up to you, particularly if we're outside, it's completely your option to do that or not. I will tell you that no one's going to give you a hard time one way or another. If you don't wear a mask, no one's going to say anything. If you do wear a mask, no one's going to say anything. It's entirely up to you and what your comfort level is.
Yeah, I just started, so I figured to ask.
Yep. No, that's a very good question because I know that there's
Yes.
still a lot of germs out there right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just told
Sorry,
you.
I get it back too, so I cannot, like, you know what I mean?
Okay, let's see.
I just talked to the president
And-
today at my job. So Remy, they do, sometimes they do wear masks indoors right now, but pretty soon when this is over, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
This is only for the flu season for the winter, and it will be taken off pretty soon.
Yeah.
Thanks, Megan. Okay, John Taggart has his hand up. Let's hop over to John.
Yeah, besides face mask, would it be okay if I wear a face shield? No.
If you want to, that's totally up to you.
It's an optional, guys. Don't forget that.
Yep, it's completely optional. So it's just, we don't ask anyone to do it anymore, but you're welcome to if it makes you feel safer. I still wear a mask on occasion in like the grocery store and stuff like that. So I
Not
get
me.
it.
Yeah, what I everywhere.
I get it.
No, work, stores, like that.
I get eczema occasionally around my face with a mask on. I do not like it at all.
Me neither.
I
Me
am
neither.
done with it now.
Oh.
Well, I say remind that cook.
Question about opening ceremonies at winter games. Yeah, so some of you that'll be participating will reach out so you can be part of those too.
Debbie,
Yeah, Alexandra.
speaking of winter games, I want to bring in my coach from ice skating.
To talk to us?
Yes.
Let's talk about that after that. I would love that. We'd love to hear from a coach on one of these calls. I think that's a fabulous idea. Maybe even next month,
Okay.
Alexandra.
I will send you the email to him.
Great.
Perfect.
Let's definitely do that. Wouldn't it be great to hear from a coach, you guys?
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
And also, I already sent you the invites for Zeno and Kit.
Great. Thank you. Any other questions or ideas for Jackie? Raise your hand. Raise your hand high.
How about
Take a peek.
our Governor Lamont?
Oh,
Actually, he's kind of busy right now. He's doing other COVID stuff right now, Tasha. Are you trying to say that? But he's kind of busy. So we could do somebody like Caitlin or Kevin Nathan we can talk to, because Ned's kind of busy.
that's kind of busy. Well, Jackie's working on something special for us. And I think, I don't know if we're ready to say anything about it yet, but it kind of has
Yeah.
to do with some local politicians, right?
We could do Kevin Nathan again. That's kind of fun.
Debbie,
So
I'm about to leave,
with
Debbie.
NBC, I reached out to them. I did ask if they would have somebody. I'm waiting to hear back. So that's kind of up to them who they would get. So, but the ask is out. Jen, did you have a question? Is that your hand? No, okay. Did
You know the
everybody-
best part you missed? Both.
Oh, Remy's got her hand up, I think.
It just,
Go ahead, Remy.
it just came to mind. Like if you were to do like karaoke, oh, great.
Can you say that again? There was a little feedback. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I got you.
I was saying, like if you did like karaoke, to like
Karaoke.
Okay, karaoke. I love that idea.
Yucky.
I had that
You guys
machine
have
too.
such great fundraising event ideas. This is wonderful. See, now karaoke, there's something that you can challenge people to. How funny would it be to challenge local chief of police?
Maybe what we could do is like co-host something with LPR, like local message.
Right,
and
right,
LPR
yeah.
host
Yeah.
I love this event.
How about water balloon talk?
Got some feedback going on here.
I know, I don't know what's going on with that.
See. Ryan, you have your hand up. We have
Yes,
5
I-
minutes left, so let's get to some.
I
final
have an
questions.
idea. Final question, ma'am.
Yep.
I have a solution. I'm thinking about, because I go to that restaurant every time I go with my mom, and it's a good place. It's called Mexicali, right near my house.
What do you want to do there?
Do a Special Olympics.
You want to do an event at Mexicali?
Yes. And yes, I can invite my Global Messenger friends and Debbie Horn and you, Jackie Turro.
Oh, thank you. I was
think
afraid
that's
you
an
weren't going to
awesome
invite
idea.
me.
Oh, Jackie,
Yeah.
I think.
Mexicali, I have the
Oh,
gift card.
sorry.
That they give you-
Okay. You're on
And
Ryan.
Debbie, Jackie, my mom wants to say something quick.
Okay, get up so I can say.
Better be quick.
Mexicali will give you a percentage. It's not great, but it's fun. Anyhow, I heard on WRCH today about Prospectors Gourmet Popcorn in Ridgefield.
Yep.
And they do a lot of hiring of ID people, and they have a cart that they can send places, and
Yeah,
you could do a
so-
fundraiser with it.
Yeah, we actually work really closely with the Prospector with a lot of stuff. And we're
Oh.
going to see some cool things coming out. We're going to keep it under our hat for a little bit till we firm up a few details, but keep your eye
Okay.
out on that. But we're going to do some stuff with them with the Prospector. And I know there's so many organizations out there now that are finally employing more people with disabilities, which is phenomenal. And we're going to do our best to work with them as much as
Yes.
we can.
They have
Can we do
a
a
strawberry
contest?
popcorn that should be good for Valentine's Day.
We'll try to get you a sample.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Thank you.
So Jackie, I was thinking we could do a contest of like a duck tank or something.
Very cool idea. We've done that in a few places and it's always quite popular.
You do the firefighters or WWE?
Jacob said that?
Yeah.
What
Or
was that?
police officers.
That's good to know.
For the duck tank, we can do WWE superstars. And we can do firefighters or police officers.
Yep, we could definitely do that. We could have them, both of them there. It's great. It's so much fun.
There's someone's
much fun.
always hot, so I was thinking just something like a fundraiser for like a duck tank and get how much money you get.
Yeah.
How about that, Debbie?
I like it. All right, you guys, so we're coming up on 5 o'clock and I want to be respectful of everybody's time. I just want to, if she's still on the call, Taryn is with us too, and she works with Jackie. Does everybody know Taryn?
No, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're so
Absolutely.
thrilled that she's with us today too. So she
Taryn's
and Jackie
awesome.
are dynamite
Taryn's
together.
on
And
mute.
they do an amazing job. They raise so much money throughout the year. They have such
Right.
great relationships with everybody in the community. And we are just so thrilled and lucky to have them with us today. This has been a great session. Diane, who's on the call, she's Bobby's mentor. She said this is the best meeting she's been at all week. And I second that.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah,
You guys are
me
always
too,
the highlight of
because
my week.
I'm about, I don't know what's going outside my bedroom door, but I don't even want to go out.
Staying here with us.
Meltdown City out there.
Oh boy. Christy,
we're
I
gonna-
just saw that you're on the call. I'll have to let you know if we come up with a pickleball event at some point.
Christy, oh Christy, that would be so great, wouldn't it?
Right?
Right?
That's her
Debbie.
thing.
I was thinking,
Maggie,
You're doing that.
They'll sign you up for pickleball.
there you go.
Maybe
Very
you
cool.
could talk to us about the sport and teach us about it
Just
Christy,
lost
on one of
it.
our calls.
Yeah.
How about ping pong?
Deb,
And we can invite some of Jackie's contacts
there.
and, you know, kind of get something going.
Just
That would be
lost
There you go. Do a demo.
what,
I love
Want to
it.
do a ping pong contest? A ping pong
When it gets so
contest?
close.
why
So
not?
anyway, let's wrap it up so everybody can go have their dinner. And I just want to, let's give Jackie a huge round of applause for
Thank
her
you,
presentation
guys.
today.
Thank you, Jackie.
You guys are amazing.
Love
Thank you
ya.
for having me and thank you for what you guys do for Special Olympics. And thank you in advance for helping us promote all of these events. So be on the lookout for information from Debbie. That was a phenomenal idea about giving you guys like a month out. Here's what we have on the calendar and what you want to
Yeah.
do. And I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot of you at some of these events and working with you on getting the word out about everything.
And one thing, Jackie, Debbie's the best one yet. You can see
Debbie's
awesome.
pretty awesome. I agree.
I like her emails.
Yeah.
Well, with Jackie's info, they're gonna be even better, Megan. All right, everybody. Good night. Thank you so much for your time.
Good night.
35
Bye,
people
everyone.
all day. That's kind of
Bye.
record.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Don't forget to send the thing that they were discussed about today.
You got it. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.